Hey everybody, it's Indigo, and if this is your first video on my channel, welcome, and if it's not, welcome back. Today I got something a little bit different. I've got three 1964 proof sets, and they're all still sealed. I'm not going to open all three of them today. I'm just going to pick one and open it, and I'm going to try to not destroy the envelope as best I can. Just see if I can get be gentle and kind of work its way in there a little bit. But I have not opened one of these before, and yes, I'm well aware they're worth more unsealed or still sealed, but the suspense is killing me, right? There's some pretty big coins to look for in 1964. Most famously is going to be the accented hair Kennedy, so I'll be looking for that. And let's see, may not be able to save this envelope tab, but let's see what I can do here. Oh well. Alright, I'm going to take and cut it down this way. And yep, it is no longer factory sealed. And I could have done that a lot better, but it's open. Nobody can accuse me of trying to reseal one, right? So, got all the paperwork there, talking about how they should be stored and where they're going to tone and all that. And let's take a look at the coins. A really nice penny there. Dime's okay. Nickel's pretty nice. Quarter's just okay. And then the Kennedy, I don't think is going to be the accented hair. There's a couple tells to look for. One is the eye, without the serifs on it and all that. So, but there are some other varieties to look for, and I will get those pulled up and see if we have any varieties in any of these coins. And let me do that right now, and I'll get my microscope and bring you back in. Okay, so I got the coins to look for. We're looking for the nickel with the triple die reverse. The dime has a DDO, and then the $50 has the accented hair, two double dies, and then a quadruple die obverse. So I am zoomed in a little bit close, but you kind of have to be on proofs for the most part. And I am going to look over each of these coins, and sorry for the glare. It's kind of unavoidable with them still being in the plastic, but really nice 1964. Not really seeing anything at all wrong with this one. There are some things wrong with the plastic, but that doesn't count against the coin. Very nice. The strike may not be the greatest, but not seeing any doubling or anything on this one. Okay. Go ahead and move on to the nickel. And again, this one's not toned like some of them usually are, but this is a really, really nice example. I don't know, I haven't made my mind up. I don't know what you got going on there. How about that? Got a little bit of a die gouge coming out of the R here. I'm not sure if you can see that. See if I can zoom in a little bit and kind of take some of the glare off of it. Too much. Right there. So that's interesting. Got that die gouge. It's not listed or anything, but it is there, and it is kind of neat. Neat doesn't always mean valuable, but you know, something there. That's kind of cool. Alright, and let's flip it over to the reverse. So looking at the pictures on PCGS, it looked like most of the doubling was in the motto, so like the United States, and I'm not seeing any splitting on anything down there. Again, it's very hard to see through some of this plastic, but you should be able to see it. Look how thin that A is. Man. Apparently they use these dies up until the very, very end in 64. Alright, but doesn't look like we've got the DDO on that, or TDO on that, or TDR, excuse me. I'll get it right eventually. Next up, we're going to do the dime. And this one we're going to be looking for a double die obverse. Let me zoom, let me focus. There we go. Just a little bit thinner, a little harder to focus on. P and L look super thick, but I think it's just the way the die was made for these. Because I'm not seeing any splits or anything like that. Alright. And there's the date. Not seeing anything there. And then there is the motto. And again, not seeing anything. Same with Liberty. Alright. Let's see, next up we'll just do the quarter, even though there's no varieties for 64. The only thing we would be looking for would be cameo, but there is none on this example. Nicely struck proof. Focused on the plastic instead of the coin. Except I think this is as good as I'm going to be able to do. Nothing on the obverse. Nothing on the reverse thus far. I'm not expecting anything either, so it's no great shock. And last but not least, we have the Kennedy half. And I need to change my focus yet again. Stars look a little rough there. Got some machine doubling on it. But nothing else on the reverse. And then on the obverse. Not seeing any doubling in the motto. Nothing there. Not seeing anything there. I believe these lines would be like right in here. I think it makes like a W, kind of right here and here and there. I will put up an example on screen just so we can see the difference. PCGS, of course, does an excellent job of that. So by all means, go check out CoinFacts because they have the images that you need to be able to tell the difference. But unfortunately, it's looking like we do not have anything on any of these. So kind of just readjust the camera real quick. No varieties in this set, but still some really nice coins. Give me something to think about and kind of look at them. Depending on what the grades are for some of these, like potentially the nickel, I think, and possibly the penny would be the two that would warrant grading in this condition. Those would probably be the only two that will really be worth the submission. But overall, you know, still pretty nice set. And I've got two more, and I will be opening one of those coming up. I'm not sure if I'm going to open all three or not. Probably, because the suspense is killing me. So, if you enjoyed this, please hit the thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, because I do have more of the 64s, as well as some other dates going back to, I believe it's 1956 was the oldest set I had. They're all open, but I have not checked them for varieties. So if you'd like to see more of that, please consider subscribing, and thanks for watching.